Hey everybody, pop art painter Jamie Roxx here. This is going to be another classic podcast this week. I am still recovering from that horrendous bit of sick that I had last week. And plus it's the week after Thanksgiving. People are now traveling back home. So everybody's schedule's all funky and whatnot. Just easier to knock out a couple of these classic podcasts this week and whatnot. And then we're going to be back to brand new guests, the live show, and what have you. So this is a fantastic one. This is the Curse of K.K. Hammond. It's not that old. I recorded this and we did this in 2023, and she is just phenomenal. The thing is, we're going to be featuring a video in this. No, we didn't do video in the old show. What we did was just play the track. This time I'm like, well, let's include the video. We have the technology to do that, so that's what we're doing. So yeah, the video's included in it. And so you might hear me say, oh, if you go to such and such, you can see the video. It's really cool, or what. You don't have to go there. You can if you want to. But we included it with the show here. Now, at the end of this, a little message from me. And we're going to include a new video that they just released. That's why K.K. Hammond is on my brain, man. No, she's really talented also. Anyway, called The Ballad of Lampshade Ed. And for those who've been watching Netflix, there's a hint for you. Now, I'll get more into it here in a little bit. But enjoy the podcast, the classic podcast, and look for us back next week or so. Have a good one, everybody. Here it is.
Hey everybody, welcome to the show. This is the Pop Rocks Radio Talk Show. I'm your host, pop art painter Jamie Roxx, and this is the big show. You found it. I'm glad you did. Hey, I am super excited, folks. We've got a fantastic guest today, musician that just blows me away. I've been listening to her music nonstop and over the past couple weeks, and getting ready for the show, and I'm just so influenced as an artist and whatnot by her and her art. I'm just blown away, and I think you guys will be as well. All the way from the deep vast woods of the UK, I'd like to welcome K.K. Hammond. Hello, my dear. How are you?
Thank you. Thank you for having me on the show. I really appreciate that.
Oh, anytime. I was blown away. Mike Stover over from MTF Management sent me over your press pack, and I said, well, let me check this out, as you do. And I was not what I was expecting. I was so amazed.
What were you expecting?
Mike has a lot of different diverse groups, a lot of folk acts, a lot of alt folk people. And there's nothing wrong with that, but that's what I was thinking. And what I got was, this is somebody from my world. I do a lot of, I'm a painter. That's my day job. I paint pictures of people and stuff. And I do paint some horror stuff. I'm into Southern.
Oh, that's fantastic. That's really cool.
Yeah. Murder ballads and the like. And I'm just like, oh my gosh. This is bad.
The softness is a drawer, isn't it?
I'm telling you, I'm an old grown-up goth kid. What can I say?
Nothing wrong with that. There's nothing wrong with that.
No. Matter of fact, my wife walked in. I was playing your music. I was working on a piece and had your music up a little loud. And she came into my studio and what are you listening? This is amazing.
Wow. Thank you, George.
She's weird too.
Yeah. The best secret weird, right?
Right, exactly. So I wanted to ask you, I was reading a bit on your website. First off, you're an amazing musician, and you've had a bit of fortune your way and whatnot as far as getting your music out. But when you were a young lad, you started out listening to your father. That's how you got into he was a guitar player as well?
Oh, yeah. He used to play flamenco, Spanish music. And I never had the courtesy of a lesson. He would just go, hey, listen to this and play to me with me. That's great too. I enjoyed it. I think that's probably where the seed came from, like mostly for guitar, but also for rootsy type of music. So yeah, that's where I think I was initially indoctrinated into the absolute obvious path of guitar.
I do not play guitar. I do not play an instrument. My talents were manifested in other ways. But I'm fascinated by musicians because I think music in general is such a great, powerful way to make a statement, to say something. Well,
Sure.
it, way more powerful than painting, in my opinion. Although I have seen a couple paintings, but Picasso. But anyway,
I've done a lot of art myself. I'm a bit of a painter. I've done some sculpting, and I think it's all cut in the same cloth. How you express yourself, I think, in terms of art, whether it's with music, whether it's with painting, it's all a very similar method of doing so, I think.
absolutely, absolutely. Well, I could tell. I watched you dropped a video. I think it was a couple days ago, or maybe I just saw it a couple days ago. I don't know. Where you were basically giving a tutorial on your tracks, your Weatherman track, and I could tell from watching it, not being a musician, you're very serious about your art, about the work, and I respect that.
My passion. Thank you very much. I mean, I think it gives me something to do with my hands all day, and I just very much love playing guitar in every way. My passion, and it keeps me busy, keeps me out of trouble. But yeah, just any opportunity to grab a guitar is my happy place, really. I'm sure it's the same for you with painting.
Oh, absolutely, absolutely. And I'm also envious. You have a farm. I do not. I've got a big yard that I got into gardening during the pandemic, and I'm hooked, man. I'm out there all the time. I just built composting.
It's an amazing yard. Because I tell you
I'm
what,
into it.
Generally, the yards in this country are like postage stamps. So I know, like over in the States, the yards are beautiful. And it's, I mean, I'm not so much of an outdoor gardener, but I keep reptiles as well. And I keep Bavaria, I keep a lot of plants. So I take care of my plants a lot in the house, and I bake cuttings and do all sorts of things to ensure they thrive. And it's very relaxing, isn't it?
Absolutely. I tell you, we were at the reptile store. My wife has an albino ball python, and we were at the reptile store. It's probably a month.
Blue-eyed leucistic ball python.
Oh, don't, man, I'm telling you, when she came to me at first, she said, I want to get a snake. And I'm like, $50, ball python, no problem, dear, whatever you want.
Yeah.
We go to the store, and she goes, oh, but I want this one. I'm like, sweetie, that's $600 snake. Yeah, she goes, well, I'll settle for the 400. I'm like, okay, wrap it up. We're getting the 400. She knows how to work me, but no, so we're at the thing. You will love this. It's at the store. The girls that work there are doing terrarium, setting it out. So you can sell more stuff if it's a nice thing. And they're using fake plants, which is fine. There's nothing wrong with that.
Yeah.
But my wife, oh my gosh, her nose just went up a couple degrees.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Because it's all got to be real in there.
So and you have a bioelectric setup?
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
She does. Oh, full respect. Yeah. That's what I'm in the middle of setting up right now.
Oh, man. Yeah. Yeah. See, these animals, your animals and her animals, they didn't realize they won the world. It wasn't real.
Yeah, a lot of big guys don't get it so good. They're kept in basically sock drawers, aren't they?
Right.
I'm wondering, is your wife on the Reddit ball python sub by any chance at all?
I don't know. She might be. I know she's on something for Chris. She's also KK. We have so many crystals in she has a crystal business, her and her business partner Travis. We've got so many crystals in our house. I feel like Superman in his fortress of solitude. It's just crystals everywhere.
Yeah, it's great. Beautiful. It gives you so many gifts, and it's really nice to have around you. And my other way, I've had a hard day with the music stuff, which is usually very enjoyable. But I've recently done a lot of packaging and posting for my album, and that was not so enjoyable. That was probably me biting off more than I could chew. But my way to relax after that was to hit the reptile room and just handle the snake, mess about with some plants. Yeah, it's a very, very big pleasure.
Well, it's awesome. No, I was reading on your website that you had done a cover. No, I see people do these covers on YouTube all the time. Yours apparently caught the attention. You did a Metallica cover, and somebody in the Metallica group saw it, and then it went up the chain, and then they posted it, right?
Yeah, that was the trip. Yeah, we were very excited about that. That was with a really good
Well,
friend of mine called
I would
Gary
imagine.
Ratkin, a super blues musician. And we just started messing around one night. We started with a Nirvana cover, actually. It was Heart-Shaped Box. And that was
Nice.
quite popular. I think that sort of short form is really popular these days on social media. So that was quite that went round TikTok a little bit. And then we said, oh, what should we do next? And Metallica seemed the obvious next step. So we did that. And that ended up being reposted by Metallica. So yeah, we were very excited about that because we both have a bit of a background in metal. That was, a bit of a dream.
And it's funny, they said you guys, they loved it. They said it was incredible and hit the tip of the hat and pouring stuff and all that. That's super cool. You know, that just doesn't happen all the time. And
No,
what?
we were very excited to bring blues to a wider audience. It's always easier to, I think, accept a genre that you may not listen to an awful lot if it's repurposed into something you do usually listen to. So that was cool.
No, it's amazing. It's amazing. Now, when did you get into the slide guitar? When did you switch over from, I imagine, a standard guitar you were playing when you were younger and whatnot?
Well,
And then all of a
years
sudden,
ago, it was pretty much all of a sudden. Yeah, I mean, I've never been someone who's been terribly into playing guitar on standard. It was more so metal. There was a lot of power chords and things, and nothing I would say is particularly award-worthy guitar playing. Just having fun playing heavy stuff. But it was
right?
a metamorphosis into being a slide player that made me a great deal more interested in the intricacies. And I can't really say what the main factor was that changed me from playing standard tunings to open tunings and slide and playing with a slide. Now, certainly, that is the only way I do it. There's not a single guitar in this house, and there's a few guitars in this house. I'm a bit of a collector that are open tuning. And I've always listened to blues music, and it's always appealed to me. I've just only more recently decided to start playing it, which really plunged me even deeper into it. And in my catalogue of music I listen to, it's so blues focused as well. I just can't get enough of the old roots blues. But
Yeah.
slide is it's so much fun. You know, it's a really fun way to play guitar, and it's pretty easy. So you can get lost in it and entertain yourself for hours and hours.
It had a certain quality to it that I think is so relatable to so many people, and not just with an artistic background, but anybody in general. You know, there's that late night, I can't sleep loneliness to a slide guitar.
And
It's fantastic. We've all been there. You know?
Yeah.
I love it.
For me, I think the cool thing about slide guitar is it is very, very similar to a voice. I think the slide guitar is very similar to a human voice, and it has those qualities to it. So it's the sort of music that really speaks to people. As so far as guitar singing, slide guitar is definitely one of the closest ways to translate sort of a song, I think, a melody to that instrument. So yeah, I think that's what it is. And as you say, it's got that lovely smoky whiskey glass late night I can't sleep vibe, and it's comforting.
Exactly. Absolutely. You're not alone
At least I'm glad that
in the world. Yes.
yeah,
I know
there's a lot of
gotta move
emotions in relay.
Oh, exactly. If you've been through a heartbreak, folks, trust me.
Go on,
You will understand.
stop this or hear it.
That's right. No, we're gonna play. We're not gonna play it right now, but in a couple minutes when the show ends, we're gonna your great single, Dust Roll Blues. I love it so much. I love the video. It's fantastic.
Thank you so much.
Yeah. Oh, it's so good. So good. Now, also, I have read a couple places the vinyl and the CD of your album sold out, but I'm sure there's people can get it streaming and whatnot, right? You get the download.
Yeah, it's on all the digital sites, Spotify, iTunes, etc. And we are currently trying to find a good solution for. We're going to get a repressing done, but it became completely beyond my means to do all the shipping and packing. So we're looking for something for that, so that they're just. I need to get back in the studio. I turned into a store there for a few weeks. It was a lot. Yeah, we're hoping to bring that all back to the people as soon as possible. We just need a solution. We're looking around distributors and whatnot.
Well, fantastic. I know, I realize she's got to run. Oh, you're calling from England, after all. The English night.
Yeah.
Lovely night. So I
That's
just
it.
want to thank you for taking a few minutes to be on the show. You are so, if you ever wake up one morning and think, I'm not feeling super cool today, push it out of your mind because we all think you are super cool. No?
I will remember. Thank you so
Yeah.
much.
Absolutely.
It was a
Absolutely.
real pleasure to talk to you. Thank you so much for having me on the show.
Anytime. Anytime. And keep making music. You're super good at it. Very sweet.
I sure will. I sure will.
Awesome.
I mean, it's always nice to hear feedback and to get support of this type. So I can't thank you enough. Really, really grateful
Oh,
to you.
well, thank you for your awesome music, KK, and just be a cool lady. Oh, you rock. Your cool turned up to 10. Thanks so much.
Thank you. Take it easy.
You too.
Bye.
And we'll talk to you
Bye.
soon.
Bye. Absolutely.
There
Yeah.
you go, folks.
Bye.
See you later. That was the Curse of K.K. Hammond. That was K.K. herself. We're going to play her single, Death Roll Blues. You have to understand, folks, she's calling from England, and that's the other side of the planet, and we got to keep things short. You don't even want to know what these bills are. These phone bills. It's crazy. It's crazy. It's crazy. But we have links. Now, I didn't mention all this because I was going to tell you guys after. I just wanted to talk to her for a little bit first here. We have links, and KK is on this stuff. The Curse of KK Hammond.com. That's all, there's no periods in that. It's the Curse of KK Hammond.com. We have links. All these links are clickable links on our show page. Wherever, if you're listening to this on the podcast, these links follow. You just click on them and boom, you're there. But also, we've got links to her Instagram, Facebook, YouTube, TikTok, her Linktree, which has even more links to all the singles and all this stuff, and her Twitter, of course. And very, very cool. And Mike Stover and the folks over at NPS Management Group and Roxx are handling her PR, her digital PR, and we also have a link to them. You want to interview her, KK or something, those are the people to talk to. And I got to tell you this, if you're in a band or something and you need some help on the digital side, MTS is pretty cool. I've worked with them, 8 years now, something like crazy like that. It's 7 or 8. It's got to be. They were one of the first PR companies I worked with when I started doing the podcast thing. I didn't know what I was doing, and I hit the jack. Sometimes you're strolling to the casino, you throw in a quarter to the machine, and 3 cherries come out. That's what it was like meeting MTS, and they're just fantastic over there. So the Curse of KK Hammond. And I got to tell you, check out her website, thecurseofkkhammond.com. It's really cool, man. It's really cool. I only had a limited amount of time, so I didn't get into. Man, there's such a cool graphic. Oh my gosh, I'm looking at this right when you get there. Oh man, it's pop art. It's pop noir, swampy pop noir. That's what I'm gonna say. It's very, very cool. Yeah, I can hear the night insects buzzing looking at this. It's such a great graphic. Yeah, that needs to be on t-shirt, KK. I don't know if that's happening or whatnot, but it needs to. It's such a cool image there. And you can scroll through here and there's all kinds of stuff and cool things and everything. And it's just, she's got some awesome music and just very, very cool stuff. We're going to play now the Death Roll Blues. This is Death Roll Blues by the Curse of K.K. Hammond, and Death Roll Blues comes up. This is a cool video. There's alligators in it. There's a turtle in it. Check this out. Here it is.
They whisper, come take a swim. My sister, come on and slide in my swamp now. Hey, and bring all your friends down. And well, you know what they say. There's nothing but child's play. On the bottom there's a curse that knows our names, and that's what called us sin. The darkness swirls around you and it washes off your pain. It's where we've always been. The Spanish moss wraps round you, and you're not lost. It found you. It pulls you down with the gators. Hey, 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 just send help for mercy. Well, you know what they say. That's so like a Sunday. On the bottom there's a curse that knows our names, and that's what called us sin. The darkness swirls around you and it washes off your pain. It's where we've always been. Cicada song, it soothes you. Eulogy to sink to. Time to submit to her waters. Hey, 'cause you are a child now. You know what they say. That's warm like a sun ray. On the bottom there's a curse that knows our names, and that's what called us sin. The darkness swirls around you and it washes off your pain. It's where we've always been.
What a track, folks. What a track. That was Death Roll Blues. I don't know why I have a hard time saying that, but it's just not rolling off my tongue as easy as I would have thought. Death Roll Blues. I love it. I love it. Curse of K.K. Hammond. Yeah, tell it the whole album. Put on her Spotify, bro. I'm telling you, I could just sit and listen to that and paint and work away very happily. And good stuff, but good stuff. And so, yeah, how cool is this? How cool is that? We got to talk to her. Man, I am. And enjoy the rest of your evening. Because I know if you're like me, you're going to be listening to the Curse of K.K. Hammond all through that long night. Talk to you later, everybody. Bye.
Hey everybody, pop art painter Jamie Roxx back here. Hey, this is what got the Curse of K.K. Hammond on my brain. I got a message from, I get these all the time from all these PR companies and whatnot. And I was going to try to set up something live because they have a new single out. And the problem is their location. And they live in a very rural, they're out in the middle of the swamp, out in the middle of the woods and stuff. And they just can't, their internet can't, it can barely do cell phones, let alone doing, and this is no shade towards them, it's where they live, it's geography. But they can't do video. Yeah, best thing, I said, I'm going to be doing, I told Mike Stover over at MTS, I said, I'm going to be doing some classic podcasts this week. Let's do the classic podcast where we had them on, which you just watched and whatnot. And I figured, well, at the end, I will tack on, and here it is. That's what I'm doing here. I'll tack on their new video, the Ballad of, I want to get it right, so let me make sure I've got it. Yeah, the official video here. The Ballad of Lampshade Ed. And, of course, when I get these things, the PR company has a little synopsis and whatnot. I'm not going to read this whole thing to you, but I will tell you. I'll just read the highlights here. The Gothic blues artist, the Curse of K.K. Hammond, is shining new light on one of her boldest creations, the Ballad of Lampshade Ed, a stark and unnerving murder ballad, co-written with the acclaimed roots musician David and the Devil. The song and its video have resurfaced at a time when Netflix's latest entry in the monster anthology, Ed Gein, is sparking global discussion about the infamous figures whose crimes shaped decades of American horror lore, including Alfred Hitchcock's groundbreaking Psycho and the creation of Leatherface from the Texas Chainsaw Massacre. Oh, it goes on. While the new video digs into Gein's life, trauma, and the cultural echoes of his actions, Hammond's track takes a more intimate route. The Ballad of Lampshade Ed compresses the story into a tense, slow-burn narrative that feels both steeped in tradition and unmistakably modern. Hammond and David and the Devil handle the subject with a mix of grit and restraint, sliding guitars, dense atmosphere, and lyrics that paint a portrait of a young boy trapped under the heavy shadow of a zealously devout mother. Hammond's nearly spoken delivery, low, smoky, and edged with dread, pulls the listener steadily into the emotional chokehold. The song's video, created by Tom Hughes, virtual video, amplifies the intensity, used a cinematic approach, charts Ed's path from childhood innocence to the suffocating control of his mother, ultimately suggesting the moment everything breaks. The clip rises to a chilling climax, serving as a stark visual counterpart to the themes explored in the Netflix dramatization. Yeah, right up my alley. It sounds like an awful lot of paintings in there. But here it is. It's a really cool video. It's a great track. And this is brand new. And if you go to their website, www.thecurseofkkhammond.com, don't put any periods in there anywhere, thecurseofkkhammond.com, there's links and whatnot. You can buy this. It's out everywhere. You can watch the video. And speaking of the video, why, here it is. I hope you enjoyed this classic podcast with a modern ending. Have a good one, everybody. Bye.
patience had run thin, 'cause he was fresh out of boxes to hide problems in. He told his angels, but his demons heard as well, 'cause Ed lived halfway to heaven and halfway to hell. His ma had preached about immorality, about the evils of drinking and the female species, and Ed sang, hell yeah, hell yeah, hell yeah, hell yeah. Outside of school, Ed spent his time on the farm. He knelt on stones to say his prayers and tended pigs in the barn. He was a shy boy who laughed at his own jokes. His mannerisms seemed real strange to most other folks. Of all the things he read, the most time that he spent was on the divine retribution in the Old Testament. And Ed sang, hell yeah, hell yeah, hell yeah, hell yeah. It was a Sunday and its worry was his sins. He tried but couldn't stop thinking about touching skin. His ma had made her business washing his mind. Eventually